Hi there. In episode 1, I talked about open up formula in public speaking. I know that public speaking is a very difficult issue. By coincidence, I attended a meeting today with many immigrants who have degrees and even masters and PhDs, and they had no jobs. Many of them had American permanent residence status and even citizenship, but they were crying. The presenter said one of the highest evils in the US is people who your network. You come and meet other immigrants who didn't succeed and they tell you it's impossible. You can't succeed. Why? Because they forwarded their certificate and they were not recruited. Yes, it is true. When you make a nice CV and send to an organization, they will look at it. They'll say, oh, that's a great person. We need to bring him into this company. Do you know what? You don't get recruited. Why? Because of communication. How do you sell yourself? The CV is just like your ID card that identifies you, and the way you sell it out is what is important. I remember a story how a dad gave an old car to the son and said, son, this is a gift for you. Take it out there and sell. He took it out and said, this is a used car. I want to sell it. They said, well, this car is so old, we don't even need it. Well, we can give you $10,000. Brought it back and told the dad, this car is worth $10,000. He said, okay, now take it to a pawn shop, recycle center, where they will just destroy it and remove the useful parts. And the guy said, well, this car is not worth anything more than $1,000. And then he took it to he brought the same explanation to the dad. But when he took it to where they want ancient cars, they want old cars of ages, they said, well, this car was limited edition. It's very difficult to get it. We can buy it for $100,000. What is the moral of the story? The same person in a different situation sells differently. You may be at the north part of town where you are needed at the south part of town. And part of it is just communication. If you go to a company and you don't know that interpersonal skills are top skills for recruiters, then you will fail. 7% of our impact is on the words. So where's the bulk that recruiters are looking for? Your voice, your confidence, how comfortable you felt. And guess what? 55% is on the non-verbal. Your appearance, your posture, your gestures, your movements, eye contacts, facial expressions. But let me shock you how these things can be so difficult. When I first came to the US, somebody told me, you know what? I looked at all your past pictures and you were very sad in Africa. No smile on the face. Never see your teeth on any picture. On the contrary, I was told, look at my president, look at all his ministers. You will never see a picture of them with the teeth. Never try that in public. When I also looked at many other people, they said, well, he was not focused. He didn't look at me in the face. But I know back home it's very rude to be looking at your elder in the face. I don't know how we consider that. Another thing I know that is contradictory is I greeted somebody from afar and held my hand. The guy had lived in the West. He was very angry with me. He said, that shows like you don't have control of yourself. Oh, I was taught that is a sign of respect. In one scenario, I was in Abuja I remember a house help who came and heard a Cameroonian uncle was in the house, and she slept on the floor as a sign of respect. I'm from Cameroon, lived in a professional environment. I don't think I feel comfortable. I'd like somebody to come and make another gesture apart from that one. So please, all of these things, don't take my words for gospel truth. Cultural difference can play a lot. I will not expect somebody in some cultures to look at me in the face or expect another person to greet me with two hands. If you are looking for somebody to greet me with two hands in the US, then you will never see that person. So to keep it short, I just want to bring out some points today as you are looking for a job. Tell them what you are going to tell them in your introduction. Open up what you will tell them. Secondly, tell them that is the body. Thirdly, tell them what you just told them in the conclusion to close up with your presentation. You must know that in business, undivided attention span only 15 to 30 seconds. So if you are packaging something for business, like an interview, and you think of a speech like you're defending a thesis for 30 minutes, you will fail because they will stop you while you did not even finish the first paragraphs in your introduction. So what do you have to do? Keep it short. Keep it focused and keep it relevant. Thank you.